today we will be having a Group C action and a Group D action, where Group C, Scotland is going to be taking on um, Morocco, and Brazil is going to be taking on Haiti. Brazil are third right now in the table, a very disappointing place to be as a national team, Brazil. And it will be a game where Brazil has to win. It will be difficult because Haiti will want to be compact and attack only when possible. But I think Brazil will come out with a beautiful win here, with I think a 3-1 or 4-0 win, because I think there's going to be 4 goals in the game. So it's either it will be 3-1 or it will be 4-0. And Scotland, who are first in the table, winning Haiti 1-0, will be taking on Morocco, the Brazil of Africa. It will be a difficult test for Scotland, and I don't think Scotland will come out on top. The max Scotland can take from this game is a draw, but I think Morocco will go through. I think Morocco is going to win that game, maybe 2 goals to 1, or 2-0 or 1-0. So it will be a difficult game, tight, attacking. Both sides is going to attack. um Scotland will also create chances and have chances too in the game. Morocco too will create chances, and I believe they will dominate the midfield. And this midfield of Scotland versus Morocco will be interesting, because I would love to see McTominay go up against the rising 18-year-old star, um, um, Boadi. So it will be a beautiful game. Then in the early hours of tomorrow, we will have a Group D action from United States of America against Australia. Australia, who are second in the table, United States first. A very This game, before I been watch Australia take on Turkey, that they actually upset the world, I would have not believed that Australia would be a difficult test for USA. But right now, it will be a difficult test for US, but US will also come out on top, because US right now are prime PSG. US dey ball like say na dem get the pitch. US dey ball normally na dem get am. US dey ball like prime Barca, and I don't think they will slow down now. US are going to come out with the 3 points. I know there will be lots of goals, maybe 3 goals to 1, 2 goals to 1. I don't really fancy Australia in this game, seriously. And that offset against Turkey was an incredible and amazing one. It was also shocking. So that's why I scored up offset, because it is shock. And Turkey is going to play Paraguay, who I think Turkey will also not lose this match. Turkey will want to do everything in their power to actually win. But Paraguay are a difficult side to leave wetin US do. So I just feel Turkey will come out on top with a very narrow win. And I know say Turkey go wan buckle up right now, because their last match is against the United States of America, and they will have to take a point here to actually have hope of going into that match, to say okay, maybe a draw or a win there is going to make us go through. So overall, beautiful game. And from we already have some qualifiers for the round of 32, which is Mexico has qualified because they actually won South Korea in the early hours of today, 1 goal to nothing. It was not an interesting game. It was end to end. It was both sides. I think Mexico had more of a clean goal scoring opportunity than South South Korea. But overall, it was South Korea still had their chances. They had their chances. It was just a beautiful game. Mexico won by an error from South Korea keeper. He caught the ball dropped from his hand, and it was just slotted in, chipped into. So what else? Like I said, South Africa are last in the table by drawing to Czech. So like I said yesterday, so I start the match of South Africa to the hate watch them. I ended up hate watching Czech Republic. But anyways, that's all for the World Cup for now. And we already have people scoring hat trick again. We had Jonathan Jonathan. Let me talk about Group B real quick. Group B. So Canada took on Turkey. I mean, Canada took on Qatar, and it was a thrashing of 6 goals to nothing without reply. And Jonathan David actually scored an hat-trick, a beautiful hat-trick. We also have Switzerland winning 4 goals to 1 with an 18-year-old coming on to change the game drastically. First half was not really good, but it was worth the watch second half. And what else? Let's go to Jonathan Tah now is on a 3 goal with Lionel Messi. Every other person are on 2 goals. So beautiful game, beautiful game. I just want to just real quick. Let's talk about the transfer window. Let's start with there's a rumor coming out that Arsenal and Atletico Madrid has actually come up with an agreement between Joan Alvarez of swapping Joan Alvarez and Gokares swap deal, and I think Arsenal will be the one to add money, but they, according to TNT Sport, they said that the deal is completed. Like the deal, they don't agree am maybe physically or in writing or something that has been agreed already, but let's just see in the coming weeks and see what happens. But they say it has been agreed. Moving forward, yesterday evening Liverpool got a 100 million bid rejected by Leipzig for a 19-year-old Yon Diomande. Is a very an African player, a winger, and I was shocked because for a 19-year-old Leipzig, wetin dey give una dis mind? But I believe that Leipzig know what's in their hands because na dem get the player. They had that bid rejected and they want more. It's not that he's not for sale, he's touchable, but at the right price. So they want more, and going forward I will also be talking about transfers and just be keeping tag. And as Liverpool be dey do that one, they reject their deal, they actually got to sign another player from Osasuna, a 22-year-old winger, um, Munoz. He's a Spanish player from Osasuna. He had a great season last year, and he's he'll be ready to be integrated in the squad. And this is the first signing for Liverpool new manager. Let's just see what happens. And the biggest news of yesterday slash today in the transfer window is Enzo Fernandez agreeing a verbal agreement with his salary agreement, his the structure of his salary with Real Madrid, and Real Madrid will come with full force with a big and huge bid for Enzo Fernandez, who they have been pursuing for some time now. As a Chelsea fan, I really not want, like I said, I really not want somebody is that is not interested in staying at Chelsea willingly to be at Chelsea going forward. So and Enzo, his dream his dream transfer right now is to Madrid, and he really wants to go. So make he just follow Cucurella go, and I see that happening. I see that happening. I would not really want Enzo to stay. He had a great season with us last season, but Enzo going no go really affect me like if I start to dey call our top priorities player like dem James, dem Caicedo. E no go pain me, dem Kupama, João Pedro, even Nicholas Jackson going go pay me pass Enzo. So Enzo can be filled very very quickly. We get Santos, we are looking into transfer market to sign some other players. So Enzo can be filled for me. Enzo is not doing too much extra. He's a great vice captain anyways, but he's not doing things like for a £100 million player. He's not for me. So I just feel he's free to go and stuff like that. So going forward, it's just normal. And like, subscribe and share if you watch. If you reach here, man, you be my true OG.